fabulous show.
Alaska.
Hi, Heartbeat Alaska.
It's heartbeat. Alaska.
Pull up a chair and enjoy the show.
Hear it from Sitka to Barrow. Gather around for Jeannie's show. It's the Aleut, the Indian and the Eskimo. It's the Aleut, the Indian and the Eskimo.
Welcome one, welcome all.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Heartbeat Alaska Native News and Information. I'm Jeannie Green. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, we bring you Norton Sound Health Corporation's Be Who You Are, Wellness from Within, Part 2. It's a wonderful show, a show that mirrors the lives of people who have had problems but have overcome them and now lead a very healthy lifestyle. I'll be back with Be Who You Are, Wellness from Within, Part 2.
Heartbeat Alaska would like to thank the following sponsors for making our show possible. Brown's Electric. Thank you, Brown's Electric, for your generous support. Heartbeat Alaska is also brought to you by Frontier Flying Service. Thank you, Frontier, for getting Heartbeat Alaska airborne.
Heartbeat Alaska is also brought to you by Comtech Business Systems Incorporated and by the Maniluk Association, providing health and social services to residents of Northwest Alaska for over 30 years.
Heartbeat Alaska is also made possible through the support of Norton Sound Health Corporation.
Heartbeat Alaska is also brought to you by Ed's Kasilov Seafoods.
Travel with me now to Norton Sound, Alaska, to the northwest part of the state, where the good people there, with the courage of lions, have shared their lives with you. Lives that are imperfect. Lives like yours and mine. We're all doing our best, and somehow these good people are making it.
Meet Tom and BeeJay Gray of White Mountain. They have 4 children. Tom is a reindeer herder. More recently, he and BeeJay have poured their energies into a fishing lodge at their camp. Since he stopped drinking, Tom enjoys life and his family and friends much more.
When I used to drink, it would be just you live day to day, month to month, drink to drink, and there was no real high expectations. But if you're going to go somewhere in life, you've got to set goals. You know, we have a fishing lodge that we've built. We couldn't have done that if we were drinking. And we, when we quit drinking, we basically lost all our friends. They turned their backs on us. But you build a whole new relationship. You build real friendships where you never had it before, I guess. It's a different lifestyle. You have to give up what you think is a lifestyle. You've got to just throw everything out the door and build new.
Back to work.
Carl Otten also let alcohol run his life for many years. Carl was raised in St. Michael. He went to auto diesel school in Chicago through a BIA relocation program and became a city bus mechanic. He was drafted in 1965 and spent 2 years at the Panama Canal. He started drinking in the service. At one point, he and his wife were drinking so much that their son was almost taken away. They moved to St. Michael, and Carl got a school maintenance job. Carl's wife eventually quit drinking. Carl serves as the mayor of St. Michael and has always been a hard worker, but his drinking started to get in the way.
And I started drinking where it got out of control. And I was missing a lot of days of work, you know. I had a lot of people pulling for me to, you know, to quit drinking. But I didn't listen, you know. I said, you know, I'll quit when I'm ready. So I used to go up to Norman drinking with his bars. But then it got out of hand where I'd stay up there the first 1 week, 2 weeks, pretty soon, sometimes 3 weeks straight, you know.
Then Carl went to a treatment center in Anchorage for 45 days.
And it worked for a while, but it didn't last long. I went back to drinking, you know.
Then Carl got a jolt. His teenage daughter began drinking.
She told me, Daddy, I'm not going to quit drinking until you quit. And I think that was one of the things that woke me up. You know. If I continue to drink, you know, I might lose her. You know, I might drink and do something where we have no control over. You know.
He turned to his parish priest for help. He talked to a counselor from Norton Sound Health Corporation. Carl went to Nome for an evaluation and was given medication to help him stop drinking.
And so I started taking them. You know. Hey, pretty soon I just quit. In fact, I didn't even take all the pills. You know, I just made up my mind that's enough. You know, I have my family. I have to think of. You know, my mom and dad. They were still alive. You know, so they were happy that I quit. You know, and a lot of people were. Happy, you know, because I was kind of losing respect from some of the elders, some of the sober people that are used to drink but quit, you know.
With the strong support from his family and community, Carl has been sober since March of 2000.
And that don't bother me. I still go look around in the bars when I go to Nome, you know, go have coffee or pop with the guys that I know, you know. Don't bother me to go in there. You know, they ask me if I want to drink. No, I say, no, I'm drinking pop.
Flying in Alaska? Fly Frontier, the official airline of Heartbeat Alaska. Frontier is expanding again. They've added new routes to Nome, Kotzebue, and the surrounding villages. As you can see, Frontier is now really covering Alaska. So the next time you fly, try Frontier. Frontier offers quick, convenient check-in, low fares, and service direct to many of the villages. Frontier Flying Service is the official airline of Heartbeat Alaska. Make it your official airline too.
Now's your chance to get that home improvement project you've been wanting to start finished. Because at Northern Interiors, we're having a store-wide sale. Choose from our beautiful selection of kitchen cabinetry and countertops from 10 to 50% off and get professional installation completely free of charge. Durable laminate flooring is on sale now for only $1.79 per square foot. Let us install your favorite brand name carpeting and get top quality 8-pound padding for free. Northern Interiors, kitchens, floors, and a whole lot more.
6 months ago, Claire made a promise to her family and to herself. The promise was she'd quit smoking by the time her next birthday came around. And already she's feeling better. She has more stamina, more energy, and her lungs are stronger than ever before.
Some people cope by total denial. Some people cope by doing things their own way. My motto used to be, you may not like what I do, but I don't consider that a problem. But that doesn't work so much for someone in television whose job is to mirror the lives of people all over the state. People like those in Norton Sound who somehow have found the right way to cope.
Coping. Healthy coping skills are another key to wellness discussed by the role models. We all encounter difficult times in life. How we deal with these challenges can make us stronger people or can lead to more problems. Healthy people in our region have learned effective ways to meet challenges and work through painful issues. Everyone can learn healthy coping strategies.
I just keep myself busy, or I think I just stay home, or I stay at the school and work on my stuff. And it's so easy for me to say no that whenever I get offered it, I'm just like, no, I don't need to do that stuff. So I act as if my dad and mom are standing right behind me, right over my shoulder, so I know if they were really there, I wouldn't do it. Watching TV or playing basketball or talking with my friends or doing schoolwork, just basically keeping myself busy or making sure I have someone to talk to or looking up to or depending on, just so because everybody goes through that. You need someone to look up to and stuff, and that's what I do. I just make sure I have someone I can turn to or do something to keep myself busy or read a book or something, just relaxing, having fun, just trying to forget about what's stressing you and stuff. There's other things you can turn to other than drugs. My advice for people who want to commit suicide and all that is make sure you talk to somebody before you make your decision, you know, or go to somebody you can trust, talk to them.
You know, every morning I ask myself questions like, you know, what am I grateful for? What are things that make me excited and happy in my life? What is it that I would like to do? I also practice meditation. I mean, I sit quietly for, you know, some people call it prayer, some people call it meditation, but I try to sit quietly for some time every day, usually sometime in the morning and then sometime at night. And that really allows me to have a very centered approach to situations that come up during my work day.
Great story.
One thing that we have here are happy, beautiful, lively children, and one of the ways that I deal with stress is I go out and play with them. Another thing that I do is that, you know, we have world-class ski trails in White Mountain. We have a 10K trail, a 5K trail, and a 2K trail, and I take my skis and my dog and I go out skiing.
If I'm feeling bad about something, I can get in a boat and just go romp on the river or get on a snow machine and go riding and be by myself just to think about things. And, you know, we have projects. I have woodworking projects, working on equipment, those kinds of things. So, you know, you just got to kind of play it by ear, I guess, and just do things you enjoy doing.
Having faced alcoholism and now fighting cancer, BeeJay has had to cope with many difficult times. She has grown into a very strong person.
For me, it's been over 10 years that I've been attending church. In church, you know, you gather a lot of strength. But I think where I feel closest to our Creator is at camp. And it's really odd because that's where I feel the closest. And it seems like it kind of evens everything out, you know, the good and the bad, and able for you to face the unknown. And that's where I draw strength from.
When she's feeling down, BeeJay knows what to do.
talk to Tom or call my best friend and tell her what's going on. One outlet I have is singing, so my family bought me an electric harp, and I love to sing. So when I'm really, really stressed out, I just go find a corner and I sit there with my songbooks and sing until I feel good, and that's a lot of fun. It really helps with me.
And the jacuzzi.
Oh yeah, the jacuzzi. Fill the jacuzzi and go outside.
Coping can be especially hard when someone close to you passes away, or someone has hurt you, or you are feeling down on yourself.
Get some help. You know, you got your friends in the village, you got your immediate family, and they'll support you. You know, all you have to do is ask for it. You know. If you don't ask, you're not going to get it. When I was growing up, we never heard of suicide. You know, I didn't think we had that problem because you know nowadays, you know, the younger generation, I guess I should say, you know, where there's a lot of drugs and alcohol going to the villages. You know, they try to take their problems away by easy way out. You know, that's not the way out. You know, there's all kinds of programs where you can get help. Don't be ashamed of it, you know. We got elders that can listen.
The Apassingoks learned about grief, coping, and healing after their son took his own life in 1999 at age 14. One night, their son was participating in a basketball camp. Then, within 24 hours, the family had laid him to rest at the Gamble Cemetery.
And it was just a total shock. We came back, and me and her and
Cliffy and Pookie.
3 of our kids were on a little love seat like this, and we were all
sitting together.
We were just piled on top of each other, crying and sobbing, and we were all crying. And our youngest at that time, Christina, she was 3. She was 3 years old, and she just kind of corrected her voice. She was crying too, but she corrected her voice and said, "Do good, just do good." And it kind of surprised us hearing that from a 3-year-old. Through thick and thin, you know, we have to try to help our fellow man, or help our families. And the toughest part is asking for help. That summer, we did a lot of walking. Psychologically, I remember you were very unstable, and a little thing would if you weren't careful, a little thing would unravel. We did a lot of crying together, and that seemed to help. There were many times of helplessness, you know, on my part, and I guess that's where family and extended family and people that aren't related to us helped us out, gave us an encouraging word.
Trusting in a higher power also helped the Apassingoks get through painful times.
It's real hard to let them go. But you gotta let them go. Trust in the Lord. Just pray that you'll get through this, you know. If you needed to talk to somebody, call a friend or your relative, and if there's no one to talk to, maybe you can talk to God or write to God, and writing down is important too, you know.
God made us to heal. You know, when we're wounded or we get a cut on our hand, you know, we wash the wound and put bandage on it, and that's pretty much all we do. But it heals, you know. It won't heal overnight, but it heals gradually. And you know, God made us that way. When we experienced suicide, we had a big wound in our hearts, and it's like we were cut wide open. It's going to be almost 5 years here, and we have experienced healing.
Each of us is on a unique journey. All of us face difficult times, and sometimes we aren't our best selves. No one is perfect. We make mistakes. We hurt people we love. Sometimes they hurt us. But the people featured in this video teach us that no matter who we are, what we have experienced, each of us has the power to make healthy choices. We can commit ourselves to taking part in subsistence activities that connect us with our roots. We can focus on our families, play active roles in our communities, and support each other. We can refuse to let our lives and decisions be controlled by alcohol or drugs. If substance abuse is a problem in our lives, we can, with help and support from others, take steps to free ourselves. And we can learn healthy ways of coping with life's challenges. The people we have met in this video are our neighbors, our friends, our relatives. They are living by traditional values and making healthy choices. So can each of us.
But people don't understand it's all within everyone. They have the strength to do it. They just need to make up their mind and say, I'm not going to do this no more.
I quit drinking, I don't know how many times. You know, I quit drinking 3 or 4 times. People stumble. You know, just because you start drinking doesn't mean you failed. You just start all over again. People stumble in life. You just pick up the pieces and go on.
Yeah, anybody can do it. You believe in yourself, you can become anything you want.
Proud, happy people. We do until every day.
As individuals and as members of families and the broader community, we must take responsibility for nurturing healthy children, families, and communities. No one else can do for us what we must do for ourselves and our future generations. Know where you come from, be who you are, and working together, we can restore a culture of wellness in our communities.
'Cause we're proud, happy people. We're proud, happy people. Got so much more to live for. So much more to give. 'Cause we're proud, happy people. We're proud, happy people. Got so much more to live for. So much more to give.
On your next visit to Anchorage, be sure to stay at the Creekwood Inn and RV Park. Now under new management, the Creekwood Inn offers 26 newly renovated rooms and a cabin that sleeps 6. If you're in town for an event, the Creekwood Inn is the nearest hotel to the Sullivan Arena. The Creekwood Inn also has 68 RV spaces available year-round and offers winter RV storage with water, electric, sewer, and cable. The Creekwood Inn and RV Park is a proud sponsor of the Iditarod Fur Rendezvous and the Alaska Fighting Championships. So the next time you're in Anchorage, visit us at the Creekwood Inn and RV Park.
In the 1890s, pioneers carved a railway through the rugged mountains between Skagway and the Klondike. More than a century later, the White Pass and Yukon route still makes this legendary run. Along the way, life has gotten better for folks working on the railroad, thanks in part to Primera Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alaska, a health plan that's offered smart choices and quality coverage to the people of Alaska since before it was a state. Primera Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alaska. We're here. We're with you.
I want to thank everyone for joining us for Heartbeat Alaska Native News and Information. I'm Jeannie Green, and it is my pleasure to bring Native news to your home. And thank you once again for joining us. God bless every single one of you, and thank you everyone that was involved with this video, especially those who chose to share their lives. It takes courage to do that, especially when you live in the villages in rural Alaska where everyone knows everyone else. God bless you for doing that, and God bless you for watching Jeannie Green's production of Heartbeat Alaska. We'll see you again next week. See ya.